episode of Gardener's Plot. So today we are just going to do a garden update. I've actually tidied up a little bit this weekend. Finally managed to get the greenhouse done, so you'll see what I've done in the greenhouse, the update on the wildlife garden, what fruit and veg we've still got growing as well. So just a little garden update. Yeah, let's crack on. Right, so we'll start with the main project at the moment, which is the wildlife hotel, bug hotel sort of thing. So I've been doing each episode, an episode on each sort of aspect of the wall. So we've got pond, compost pile, living wall. So do check out those episodes. There is a playlist of Workshop Wednesdays. So I actually brought some more plants to go into the living wall today. At the moment, heather is 59p in Lidl, so you can't really go wrong. But they seem to have done alright so far. It's been a couple of days, but we'll have that. Fern garden managed to survive the heat wave. Yeah, done that well actually. That'll be why I even got spores. So they'll start spreading soon, and hopefully next year we'll even have more ferns. So okay, fern garden's doing right. Cherry tree, we did get quite a few cherries off it this year. Still a little bit too early in the season to trim it back. So a couple more months and I can sort of tidy up a little bit. Same with the buddleia. The plan is just to have the flowers at the top of the mushroom, so that's the plan for the buddleia. Pond is still doing good. There you go. As the season sort of coming to an end now, things will start dying back, so it'll require a little bit more of a tidy, sort of like the rose bush will need trimming. Same with that cherry tree that's over there as well. Still don't know what this plant is here. If anybody knows, pop it in the comments. Still no idea what it is. My auntie gave me a cutting and it just sort of took off, so no idea what that is. So what else is going on in here? We've got a little falcor. Peanut. Little falcor. We unfortunately lost his mate a couple of months ago. Well, not a couple of months ago, a couple of weeks ago. But we have got a new friend lined up for him. She might be here. She should be here in a couple more weeks' time. She'll actually finally have a little friend. Saskia was out a minute ago. Sas! Sas! There she is! Hey, trouble. Hey, Miss Pretty. She'll come say hello now. Come on then. We'll have a little tickle, shall we? Oh, you're so cute. Oh, tickle. You're going to start putting on weight on again, aren't you, in a couple of weeks' time? As winter closes, as autumn and winter comes in, you get really fat. Be like a fat squirrel. There you go. That's Miss Sass. American Ivy has done really well. This year I started actually training it to go across the aviary. So hopefully in winter, when all the leaves drop, I can sort of tidy up a little bit, sort of trim it up a little bit. Nice little covered walkway, which is what I wanted. So carry on with the wildlife garden. So this is the stumpery. And then the plan for that is to create that as a nice big bog garden. So that's probably one of the winter jobs I'll do once everything's sort of died back. I can dig it out, line it, and actually put some nice bog plants in it. Brought a black elder. Quite liking it there, but I don't know whether to move it or not. So at the moment it's just in a pot. Still got a few flowers. So the plan for this part over here, So I'm gradually moving it across sort of like my berry bushes. There, the ones over there are still a little, still not ready yet to move. So during sort of winter months, I'm gonna bring them across and have this as sort of like a berry food forest. So that I can also then plant plants and other veg amongst them, and hopefully the berry trees well, berry bushes will help give a little bit of support. Lots of weeding still to do. At the moment, just gives a lot of cover for all the little baby froglets that we've still got hopping around. But yeah, that's the rock garden. So I'm going to gradually start introducing a few more ornamental plants and bright colour plants there. The corn. We've got a few coming. We've got a few. They're coming on nicely. And then the squash has gone nuts. So I only got a few little small pumpkins on them. The slugs seem to get everything, but the plan is for this section is actually I won't have the corn in a pot next year. The plan is just to plant the corn straight into that section along with the runner beans. So I have actually got a runner bean as well, still. Oh, you're ready to be picked. I won a single runner bean of the year. My first attempt at these sort of failed, but we've still got a few flowers going on, so not giving up hope just yet. We've even got a bumblebee flying around. So yeah, as I was saying, the plan is to have that as an entire corn section, sweet corn, with the squash and runner beans there. So again, a little bit. See that rose bush? I really need to trim these back. Just does really well there for some reason. Going across over to here. The grapevine. It's actually done really well. That bit of training, so it's almost there. But we have got a couple of offshoots, so I might actually put a little bit of wire across that bit here, so they can sort of come over here. Rhubarb, I'm actually going to harvest some of that today. I reckon I can get one more batch of rhubarb gin out of this. So yeah, rhubarb. So the plan is to move the black currant and red currant and the gooseberry bush over to there. And then have this as just raspberry. I might even use it to grow cucumbers in this part as well. I'm not sure yet. Last week I planted the spuds and we've already got them coming above ground. My one and only parsnip. Just leaving that. I think I've still got a carrot over there, which I thought they'd all got eaten, so we'll see what happens. So potatoes are finally starting to sprout, so once they start to come out a little bit more, I'll cover them again and cover them again. So hopefully they should be, I get a decent crop out of it, like my last crop. So greenhouse, ooh, it's finally tidy, ish. So I moved the smaller one that was there into here now. Unfortunately, all these sort of snapped, so I kind of lost the main frame for this one. But what I've done, I've kind of using bits of string, created just like a little, still usable little space. So next year I'll probably grow my aubergines in here. So I'm getting it ready for aubergines. I think they're doing all right in here. And then the last little bit of frames that I could salvage, I've got for growing space. For lots of these from IKEA, give these a whirl, see how I got on with them. I left a bit of birthday money left over, so I thought I'd actually get some decent stuff. So, I need to sort the greenhouse out. Next bit. Apologise. So we are gradually getting a lawn back. And gradually, I've sort of done a section at a time. You can see where I've done one section and the next. So either today or tomorrow, I'm going to do the next section. Tried to keep the dogs as much as possible, but they still managed to, well, they can't actually jump the fence. So, they're not on it all the time, which is what they were doing. They were sort of play fighting on it. So tomatoes are finally starting to ripen. I did put some bananas on there. Got a nice crop here, hopefully, so as they start to turn, I can start picking them and actually have fresh tomatoes. This is still well, to me. I've got a few pumpkins coming up, so see if anything happens with these. Still getting a few beans off of the drawer of French beans. Still got my slug food over there. And my cow. It just looks pretty, so that's why I've left it there. Squish has suffered a little bit, but we're still getting some new growth off of squish. So there you go. Herb garden wise, got lots of mint, bay leaf and rosemary. But I did have some new herbs, but the dogs trampled it. Thanks for that, dogs. But there was some fresh growth coming back from the root, so hopefully now it's in there, it should come back. The ornamental squash is now, we've got one there, and it's actually gone over into the chicken coop, and we've actually got one in there, so we'll pop around there in a minute. Brought lavender, which is doing really well. So hopefully the plan is to just cover all this with lavender and things, some nice smelling plants, and not that the chickens smell, but I don't smell them, but other people might, so. And also looks pretty. Apologise if I'm waffling. Got the girl. Boston. Pretty boy. So this is the next section. As you can see, the chickens have destroyed this bit as well. Hey Boston. Oh, what was that? So that's my compost. I'm going to sort of level this, put some compost down and some more grass seed. Oh Boston, the chickens made a mess on your bed. Both the chickens and the Boston seem to like that space. Look at you. Oh Boston! Look at that little tail waggle. Good boy. I'm going to say hello. Oh, jealous Lil. Hello. Alright. I'll quickly say hello. Wait, shh. So, this was actually lots of privet, and we've actually managed to get it cleared out. So, I'm actually going to turn this. It gets quite a lot of sunlight here, so this is where I'm going to try and grow the veg next year, so that it's a bit out of the way. I can actually fence off properly so the dogs and chickens can't get to it. I need to refix my fence. Just a little bit slapdash at the moment. It's safe and secure. I'll do that. Right, onto the jungle. These tomatoes, I kind of just left them to it. I've not done anything to them, and they've kind of gone a little bit crazy. Still got courgettes coming up through. Got one there. Still yet to get a courgette off of it. As soon as one starts developing, something eats it. But the tomatoes have kind of gone a bit crazy. So it's from down there, and it goes like that. It's taller than me. But we've got quite a few. There's a bit of browning on them. But hopefully they'll start turning soon. Chicken coop is a mess. We'll go say hello. They need to be cleaned out, but we've got the new girls. We had a breakthrough this morning. They actually voluntarily came out without me forcing them to. One of my jobs today is to clean these guys out. As I said, their coop's a bit of a mess, so I won't show you the floor. They made a mess with their breakfast. So there you go. Oh, Buster. That's the garden at the moment. So the plan is. Oh, hello. I just want a minute's peace. Also, I leave the chickens alone. So, right, move off. So the plan is to sort of bring the fence down from that sort of post down on an angle to here, and then we'll dedicate that space for the dogs to sort of run or use as a bathroom. And then eventually we have this lawn, and we'll also turn this into sort of almost like an entertaining space. So eventually I will build like a nice, decent fence. That's actually what I'm going to use for a fence post, is the tree branches that I managed to get from my neighbour. They're nice, tall and straight, and I can cut them to size and look a bit nicer than fence posts. So there you go. Garden update. Instead of Boston. No, you're ignoring me now. Boston. Boston. Oh, you're too good for me now. You're too good. But Maddie's not there. Maddie's going to say that. See. Alright. You can go. Garden. Come again. So that's it for this episode. Hopefully you enjoyed the update and listen to what plans I've got for the garden. Now is as the season's sort of coming to a close now, it's trying to get stuff ready for next year, get everything trying to organised. So when next year, as soon as the growing season starts, I can just crack on without worrying about it. Teddy's still a little bit fruity, but as the season's finishing, he's October is sort of the end of the breeding season for ferrets, so he's just sort of coming out of it. But as I said, I can't wait for him to get fat and fluffy and silvery again. Right, stay there. It's moving. He loves me. I love him. Good. So, hello to any new subscribers. At last check, I was one away from 100. So fingers crossed, I've reached that milestone of getting 100 subscribers. So if I do get 100 subscribers, I'll do like a little special video or something, sort of get a little guest on. We'll talk about something. So don't forget to like, comment. If you do know what that plant is, do comment. I've looked on the web, I've looked everywhere, and I can't seem to find out what the plant is. I got it from, as I said, I got it from cutting from my auntie. She doesn't know what it is either. So, right. I'm going to have a little cuddle with Teddy. And I will see you on Wednesday for the next instalment of the Wildlife Walk. There you go. Toodle pip. Teddy, you want to say goodbye? No. Can't take my finger with you. A couple more weeks and you're just going to be lots of cuddly, aren't you? Alright. Catch you all later. Toodle pip. I don't know where you're going to try. Why are you attempting to take it? You're going to step off. Look. Anyway. Alright. Toodle bit.